Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us on yet another episode of Adding More Life to Your Lives. In this session, we will again come back to one of the small but very important facets of life, breathing. So, what is the power of breathing? To say the least, breathing can give you focus and concentration. Sounds strange, but thousands of years of practice in yoga has put a lot of people in search of focus and meditation. Focus to understand their purpose in life and concentration to achieve what they want to achieve in the smallest period of time. So, looks like everybody is looking for the shortest route. But to help you understand the shortest way to get your focus, we have Acharya Manish, who will tell us about his experience of working with your breath. A short introduction. Acharya Manish has been a branding professional who has lived the hustle and bustle of city life, worked across a few countries, understood a lot of dimensions of human thinking from various civilizations, and then chose to come back to his hometown Dharmashala, where he got his first initiation into yoga. And anybody who always looked for meaning in life in India chose the Himalayas. So that's where the journey begins. Acharya, a short introduction about yourself, please.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Namaste to everyone. And thanks, Chaitanya, for being with me and us on this weekly discussion, I would say, on various aspects of life, because some people define yoga in a certain manner, but for people who practice, do the sadhana, for them, everything is yoga, right? Every day, every hour, every minute, every second, every microsecond. So just to give a short introduction of what we do is that we get in contact with working professionals, busy working professionals in the age group of, say, 30 to 55 years. At this age, they're at a senior or middle or senior management level, and entrepreneurs also. They're extremely busy. Every year, every 2-3 years, they are becoming senior. With seniority comes financial abundance, but with that comes more responsibility also. So extremely busy with their professional life. Whatever time is left, they spend with their children, spouse, family, parents who are growing old. They want to improve their health and fitness, but somehow, because of the paucity of time, they're not able to do it in a consistent manner. In fact, at this stage, what people are doing is, these busy working professionals, who most of them are parents, we call them busy working parents, they are busy building their wealth asset. So what we do is we help them build their health asset also in the least possible time. Health asset also, so that whatever wealth asset they are building, they're able to enjoy that themselves, not anyone else. How we do it? We help them improve their health and fitness exponentially, manage their stress, have a calm mind, happy heart, and good digestion with the help of our 30 minutes detox yogic breathing method. This is what we are doing as of now.
Awesome. Now, there are a few keywords that I caught onto. Now, tell us a little bit about this detox yoga.
Okay. Let me start with the detoxification. Basically is, in a broader sense, taking away or throwing away what is not required, right? In a broader sense. Let us talk about the ultimate mantra, the first mantra, Om. When we do Om chanting, it is Om. It is exhalation to the extent that we can't exhale any longer. And then if you observe closely, you don't have to inhale. Exhale completely, Om, and then the inhalation happens automatically, then one more Om chanting. That itself gives us an idea that, first of all, we have to give away what is not required. And when we exhale, what we are giving out is carbon dioxide, which is not required. And then what we require automatically comes in. We don't have to inhale after that. And the challenge with human beings is that we are always accumulating. And we are wanting to accumulate, but the accumulation doesn't happen, so we are in stress. We don't realize that we are not giving away what has to be given away. So that is one way of looking at. I think it gives a fair idea of what detoxification is. Then what we always discuss is that, let's say, slightly scientifically, on a particular day, let's say you were very stressed on a particular day, a lot of office work, a lot of stress. That day, even if you have one small chapati to eat, that small chapati, 80 to 90% of that will not get digested. What will happen? One, you will not get the nutrition out of it. Secondly, whatever did not get digested will convert into toxins in the body. That toxin is the reason for all the health problems. Secondly, why people who age, in other words, why is always age not directly proportional to wisdom? Because a lot of times with age, there are more memories in our mind. Chitta, as we say in yoga. Chitta is what? Accumulation of memories and our emotions, likes and dislikes. More accumulation of memories, we are not giving the vent out, and then we are in stress. So that is also detoxification. And then we start breathing very fast. There are various ways of looking at it. And if you look at it, all the breathing exercises, whether it's Om chanting, whether it's a cleansing act like Kapalbhati, forced exhalation, Bhramari, exhalation, Anulom Vilom, exhalation has to be double of inhalation. So everything is exhalation, more exhalation. And scientifically, if you look at it, when you exhale longer, your heart is rested. And everyone is struggling with heart diseases these days. Simple, as simple as it could be. Just exhale longer. But it doesn't happen because there's no breath awareness. If you ask someone, people come, they say, what should we eat to lose weight? You ate wrong. You ate more. That's why you gained weight. And then you're asking, what shall I eat to lose weight? What I have to give away to lose weight, that has to be discussed. Briefly touching on, as you said, detoxification.
Excellent. I didn't know that you could exhale out your chitta, your memories. Awesome. So we'll come back to that on a different day. I think that will be my next topic to ask you. But tell me a little about how breathing brings in that focus, and that focus increasing your concentration.
Okay, but the topic for today's discussion is how can breath awareness improve our focus and concentration, right?
Exactly.
I
So
was just thinking, oh, sorry.
yeah, so how does breath bring in that focus? And then that focus leading to concentration. So that's the question.
I was just thinking, Chaitanya, I was thinking that the topic could have been develop breath awareness. Right now, the topic is how can breath awareness improve our focus and concentration, right? The topic also could have been more profound. Develop breath awareness, focus and concentration will happen by default. In a way, I've answered the question, but now let me explain it. Before explaining, I'm sure people who are listening and people who will listen to this discussion at a later point of time, they know the definition of focus and concentration, but just to set the context right, let me give the definition once again. What is focus? Focus is about directing our mental effort on one particular point. That particular point could be an object, it could be an image, it could be an activity, or it could be a thought. So let me define it again. Focus is about directing our mental effort on something specific, on one particular point, an object, image, activity, or thought. It can be done for 1 second. It can be done for 3 seconds, a little more difficult. To do it for 5 seconds will be extremely difficult, and very, very, very few people will be able to do it for 8 seconds and more. This is focus. One way of defining it. There can be various ways of defining it. And when we can hold this focus for an extended period of time, that is concentration. Even more difficult, right? And what I was thinking was, coincidentally, we are in July, and 4th July was the Punya Tithi of one of the greatest saints of all times, Swami Vivekananda. And we all have heard many stories of, real stories obviously, of his power of concentration. He could read a book at a good pace, and then any page, any line, any word, he could recall it. And he had obviously done a lot of breathing, pranayama, plus many more things. That was his. And he always used to say multiple times that there is only one difference between a common person and a great person. In other words, he said only one difference between an unsuccessful person and a successful person. That is the power of concentration. Very profound. And you'll agree with me that today everyone is struggling with how to focus, how to concentrate. People are reading books, people are attending seminars, webinars, a lot of techniques to focus and concentrate. But at times, there's a very famous saying in Hindi, Bagal mein chora, shehar mein dindora. In English, you can say that the solution is right under your nose. And coincidentally, the solution is right under our nose, our breath. Some people who have not been practicing yoga in terms of Hatha Yoga or pranayams, breathing, they might wonder, how can this happen? So let us understand it a little more. What is this body? This body is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, space. And this inert body gets enlivened only when the pranic energy enters this body, right? That is pranic energy. And the same pranic energy within each and every living, and I would say non-living beings also. Same pranic energy. That's why I always say that, what is the difference between me and Chaitanya? You might be iPhone, I might be Motorola, but inside the chip is same. The chip can be exchanged, same chip. It will fit anywhere.
Correct.
Right? So that pranic energy is so powerful, it enlivens this inert body. A human being comes on this earth as an infant, first inhale, and the first exhale is the cry, announcing to the world that, yes, I have arrived. And then the same infant, one day, the last gasp, and this brief human journey is over. That is the power of, that is pranic energy. Now, interestingly, like a software, this pranic energy cannot be touched. It cannot be seen. What can be felt is the manifestation of this pranic energy. The first, so we have understood the power of this pranic energy, right? Now, we cannot see it, we cannot touch it. The first gross manifestation of this pranic energy is our breath. Inhale and exhale. And at slightly subtle level, at a slightly discrete level, subtle level, the next manifestation are the thoughts in our mind. Same pranic energy. Gross level, our breath, subtle level, our mind. And focus and concentration has to do with the mind. And let me define the focus once again. Focus is about directing our mental effort. We know almost 40, 50, 100 thoughts in our mind in 1 minute. And we are trying to bring that to one particular thought or object or an activity. Obviously, it is difficult. That's why people are struggling with it. And this mind is so powerful. Since I am into meditation, I specialize in meditation and stress management. So 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is very dear to me. In 6th chapter, it is about meditation. When Bhagavan Shri Krishna is teaching meditation to Arjun, at one point of time, Arjun says, he says, "Hey Keshav, I am Arjun." His ego is also speaking. With this Gandiv, I can control and do anything. I can even control the windy storms of the mountains. मैं आंधी को भी कंट्रोल कर लूं, but ये मन वश में नहीं आता. I can control this mind, what to do. And then Bhagavan gives him lots of techniques in the preceding, in the next slokas. And one of them is to practice breathing also. The next point is that the mind is that strong that even Arjun was struggling to control it, but that mind has got one weakness also. It cannot travel on its own. It needs a vehicle. And that vehicle is our breath. We are stressed, more number of thoughts in our mind. We are overwhelmed. We are angry. The breathing becomes fast. We don't even get to know. We don't even get to know the mouth automatically opens. The mouth dries up when we are angry. Then we need water. It happens automatically. Autonomous nervous system. Sympathetic is active. And when we are happy, when we are at ease, then automatically the breathing becomes slow, which means it can be done the other way around also. If we consciously slow down our breathing, there will be less number of thoughts in our mind, and then the focus and concentration starts becoming easy. But we need to practice. And at times people are looking for quick results. If I ask a person, when was the last time, for example, this Wednesday from 9 to 9:30 in the evening, we have a pre-sleep breath retreat, half an hour program. We call it pre-sleep breath retreat. In that initial 5 minutes, there were a lot of new participants also. We just observed our breath for 5 minutes, just 5 minutes. Not pranayama, not making it fast, not making it slow, just observing each inhale and every exhale. And I asked them, when was the last time you spent even half a minute observing a breath? They couldn't recall. I don't know how many years. They never even watched our breath. And we are breathing more than 20,000 times in a day. Some people are breathing more than 25,000 times in a day. People who are always stressed are maybe breathing more than 28, 29,000 times in a day. Not even once you are breathing consciously. This is one way of looking at it.
Wow. So the Pranadeva, Vayu, is waiting to be noticed, to say, I have blessed you. Please realize your life. Don't waste my breath with anger. And then we choose to ignore it. And as you say, it is right under our nose. And we
Right
don't know
under our
where
nose.
we need to go.
And we are searching everywhere. That's what we're searching everywhere. We are attending webinars and seminars and reading books, how to focus. Just watch your breath. And
Okay.
I've noticed that, outside India, whenever the talk of meditation or mindfulness comes, the first thing that comes to their mind is Gautam Buddha and what he said. He didn't say do pranayama. He said just watch your breath. Just by being aware of it, things start happening. Things start falling in place.
Wow, pretty deep. Actually, I can go peel a lot of onions with what you said, but I think that's not the intent of this session. That should be a personal event. So, Manishji, tell me a little about your experience with convincing a non-believer of pranayama into somebody who actually fell in love with pranayama.
So there are two kind of people in this, people who are not believers. Right? First of all, whatever I say, the content, I would say content, my words are not going to make any difference till the time something is visible in me. for that, I need to practice. I need to have a calm mind. I need to breathe slowly. And it should be apparent on my overall disposition, the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I interact. It should be visible. Then people start, okay, because initially they will come with skepticism. Maybe I'll try, maybe it works. It seems that this person talks sense, he's seeming to be trustworthy. So that way people join, still with a lot of skepticism, even after having that initial level of trust. And then, for example, this Wednesday and last Wednesday, same pre-sleep breath retreat. We were having half an hour. And there's one lady, obviously, I should not be taking names, public platform. She's into teaching. Obviously, she's overweight. And as we were discussing, she joined about 3 minutes before 9, and there were 5-7 people more. I said, okay, before we start the practice, let us discuss how has been your practice of breathing. To my surprise also, what she shared was, she said, since the age of 17 or 18, now she's in her mid-40s, she said, my resting heart rate was always 90 plus. And in just 2 months of breathing correctly, in the way we discussed, multiple times in the day, the resting heart rate has come down to almost 70. She said, first time in my life it has happened. That doesn't mean that the first day when she came, she believed me. She came with an attitude of exploring. That attitude is important. One should have an attitude of exploring things. That courage should be there. Okay, let me see. He's saying something, it seems to be correct. Let me try it out. That attitude of trying out, and then the discovery happens from that exploration. And there were other people in that session. In fact, that day we started our practice around 9:15, because then we kept on discussing. Then other people asked, how? What were you doing? Then everyone was talking to her, not to me, asking her to share her experience. But yes, one thing is sure. If I ask her again, she'll agree with me that first day I came with a little bit of skepticism. I said, let me try. And when you try, then the result. Now, for her entire life, it's not only she, because she is into teaching profession. She's going to share this with so many people in her, whom she is teaching also, in her family also. That's why the other day, one gentleman from Mexico, he got in touch with me. He said, what do you do? Because he's also into health, fitness, and peace, unity. I told him, we are helping busy working parents improve their health and fitness exponentially. Why? Because if we can help them, we take care of their children also, and we take care of their parents also who are growing old. People in our age, our parents were growing old. Both will be taken care of if we help this age group of 30 to 55 years, help their health and fitness. The result comes out of only practicing, consistency.
Excellent, excellent. Now, does this particular example that you mentioned, did this lady also increase her focus? Would you know a little more about her story on focus and concentration, or would you want to tell us maybe some other example of how taking control of the breath increase somebody's concentration? And if yes, uh, what would be your comments on your experience with focus and concentration?
This particular lady, and coincidentally, there's another lady from Pune. She's also into teaching. Because she was under so much of medication, initially few months she lost her weight, and then she was under medication, she could not lose her weight. So then we discussed, because her prime objective was to lose weight. So I said, you're not able to lose your weight because of whatever reasons in medication. So would you want to continue program? She said, no. Now it's not about, she said, now it's not about weight loss. Now it's about how I feel throughout the day. Now, initially my objective was weight loss. Now that has become secondary. I'm so focused in my work, she said, this lady from Pune. She said, my school authorities have given me more responsibilities now, because I'm able to do my work, extra work, with more focus, more concentration. And they're happy with me. So see, the goal changes. Now losing weight becomes secondary, which was her initial goal. Now, because she's so focused, so concentrated, and secondly, because of calm mind. What we want to achieve in our Fit Parents program is three things: calm mind, happy heart, and good digestion. If these three things are taken care of, everything else falls in place. Tell me, if I've got body aches, I've got a back pain, cervical pain, headache, can I concentrate? Let me remind you of one incident which happened in my school days in Dharamshala, Sacred Heart. We were in 5th or 6th. His Holiness Dalai Lama came to our school. I think he spoke to us for about half an hour, but that's the power of people of that stature. Only one sentence we remember till date. I discussed with my classmates also, and they say also, we just remember one sentence. What he said: healthy mind in a healthy body. Right thing to say to students of that age. I think that's why in Ashtanga Yoga, it is yam, niyam, then asana to make our healthy body healthy. After that, pranayama. After that, pratyahar, and then comes dharana. So healthy mind in a healthy body.
Sir, excellent, sir. So thanks so much for your time and breaking down the magic of breathing on focus and concentration, and especially the psychology behind how breathing makes somebody concentrate and focus and concentrate for long periods of time. Thank you so much, and we will meet again next Thursday, same time, with a new topic. And thanks so much for attending this conference, people. If you have any questions, please send us your comments and we will respond to you as soon as possible. I know this is not like the audio room where we can answer you instantly, but the idea is to put the name and the face to you so you recognize who Yogacharya Manish is and to get to see what kind of work he produces in Dharmshala. So, any questions, please do reach out and we will make sure we will answer them in the next 24 hours. And let us all meet next Thursday, 7:30 p.m. with a new topic on yoga. Acharya thank you so much for joining us and you have a lovely week.
Thank you. Thank you, Chaitanya. Thank you, everyone. See you all
Bye.
soon.
See you.
Namaste.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Take care.